Hello and welcome to your daily oracle reading for Sunday, July 19th, 2020. I'm Linda the Lightworker. I'm a shamanic practitioner and I make these videos to help you stay on your healthy life path, especially during this crazy time of COVID and social unrest and all the uncertainties that are out there. The reason for these videos are to help you to remember to take care of you, to keep up those healthy practices and those healthy routines in order, to eat great food and drink a lot of water and say nice things to yourself. If you want to find out more about me, all my info is down below in the diddly-do box. LindaTheLightWorker.com is my website, or you can email me directly or put a note in the comments and I'll get back to you just as soon as I can. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you make it to the end. Regulars, how are you doing? I love my group here. Thank you for being here. All right, let's jump into the cards. Today, I'm working with Stella Bennett's wonderful deck, The Star That Never Walks Around. And this deck combines beautiful Native American wisdom with tarot philosophies and animal medicine cards and other beautiful traditions in the Native American way. So I really am loving this deck. So Lisa, thank you for sending it to me. All right, our first card today is the Four of Thunderbirds. Now the Thunderbirds, oh, excuse me, got a little itch in my nose. The Thunderbirds represent typically the wands, and the wands represent the fire signs, and those are Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. So this card is about celebrating, taking that fire energy and celebrating that you've made it this far. Can you believe it's already like 5 months into the COVID? This is a card of peace, of joy, of celebrating. Do you see how they're playing with their dogs? They're celebrating with their loyal companions. Those who've seen the fruits of their labor have witnessed how hard you've worked to get to where you are today. Some of you, I know, listen, it hasn't been easy, especially if you're on a sobriety path. It's not easy during these days to stay sober, that's for sure. The invitation is like, wow, what a trip. So really celebrate where you are. Think about all the hard work you've done and acknowledge how it has helped you and created the person who you are today. I know some of you are really struggling out there. Businesses are closing. I know some of you are closing your businesses. It's a challenging time to really, how can you celebrate when there's this closing? Well, it's important to remember all the work, all the effort, all the success you had, especially when our environment was favorable. I'm thinking about those private retailers who are working on, listen, it's been tough. I know people are not buying things the way they used to, flowers or clothes or home furnishings or whatever it is. So, excuse me, really being with those you love and celebrating is important today. So be sure to do that. Now I got to take a sip of water as I show you our second card. Now here is the Page of Butterflies. And the butterflies typically represent the air signs. Air signs are, I can't hear you, Gemini. I know that's not the starting point, is it? No, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Those are our air signs. And today the page in these decks are messengers. They're all different messengers coming from the spirit world. And this is the invitation for you to remember that the only way through your fear is to face it. I'll say it again. The only way through your fear is to face it. And sometimes those worst case scenarios really do show up because we were worrying so much about it and then we've called it to us and now we have to face it. So this is the invitation of, if you are having, let's say you have to close your business, that's a big deal. That's a big, scary thing. That's really scary to face that. But maybe in the long run, it will be a better move for you. Maybe you'll shift your business online. Maybe you'll make new acquaintances. Maybe you'll move in a new way. Maybe you'll be able to sell your inventory for a lot, like a lot sale, and you'll be able to be free of the burden. But Facing the fear is what is important. That's the invitation. Now remember, the Thunderbirds are with the fire signs here, and they're out there celebrating. And remember, those fire signs are the ones who can carry that energy of courage to face those fears. So remember, as the page of butterflies lives in his head, a lot of time these fears are only in our head, right? We think the worst is going to happen, and then it doesn't. And then what if things get better? And what if you had stayed in that crappy job for 5 years when you could have gotten out 1 year in when you knew you were unhappy, but you were afraid to do it, and your new job pays you twice as much as the old one? I mean, facing the fear, staying in the fear is always more detrimental than facing the fear and going through it. So have courage, little one. I'm here for you. I'll help you. This guy's wearing a mask. If you have to kind of fake it, that's okay. Put on a mask, wear your mask. But if you need to energetically put on your brass panties or bring your brass shield in front of you to block that energy, do it. You can do that. That's all right. Because our final card today in the tarot section is the Nine of Turtles. Now this looks like a bear with human feet and hands, but really it's a shapeshifter, and there's a person under there who is pretending to be the bear. And the bear energy is all about that internal hibernating, getting the vision, very grounded, very earthy. So this invitation is to share your success with others. Share, because the bear's out and about now eating. There's harvest everywhere. The bear is doing this incredible dance of enjoying the fruits of summer. This is the shapeshifter. That's what this message is also. What's a shapeshifter, people say? Shapeshifter, that's crazy talk. So in the it's not crazy talk. Shapeshifting is a principle that's in the Native American tradition where the human can pick up the spirit not only of the human but also of the animal and channel that energy through and be able to, people will think that they saw a bear when really it was just this person under here dressed as a bear. There are many ways energetically to shift our shape. And when we step into that energy of believing we can do or face those fears or share and celebrate with others. Sometimes I know a lot of you have a lot of fear about celebrating with others, not just from the COVID thing, but you might feel socially misunderstood or uncomfortable. So the bear is inviting you to really have that courage that if you are able to have a socially distanced celebration or maybe a Zoom dinner party or whatever to celebrate in a positive way, you can put on the suit of the bear, call on that energy to have courage to be with your clan, to be with those you love the most, and to show all sides of yourself that are here for you. All right, our final card today comes from the Denise Linn Gateway Oracle deck. You know I love her and these images. And we have this beautiful card, Cherishing Self. And it says, I love and accept myself. That's the most important thing, is that you got to take care of you first. You first. That old put on your mask before you help anybody else. Maybe you don't want to have a party with anybody else. Look at this party for one. She bought herself, not only is she having a delicious beverage, and do I see a couple of truffles and a cookie and a present and some orange juice or some flowers and a beautiful salad. My goodness, isn't that a great way to celebrate you with the most beautiful nutrition that you can find? Maybe treat yourself to something wonderful for all this hard work you've done. Listen, if you're closing a business, you have to honor all the work that you've done up till now and know that this business thing is just changing. The business world is changing, and you've done a great job, and you're going to reinvent yourself. You're going to do even better. So hang in there. I know it's been a rough time. So cherish yourself. It says, I accept and love myself. I love and accept myself. and making sure you do your daily affirmations and remembering how much joy you bring to other people's lives and how wonderful you are, how you're worth every ounce of your time. You're worth it. Take care of you. Wow, what an interesting day we're going to have. Sunday's going to be a great day. But really, it is about you taking care of you. Yeah, I got the fan going. I'm schwitzing. Oi, it's hot in the desert. They didn't mention that in the pamphlet. All right, kitten, that's our reading for today. Boy, it sounds like it's going to be a really good day, though. You can do it. Do something nice for you. Take care of yourself. Say nice things to you. And remember that you are God's most favorite child. You've made it through so many trials and tribulations. You're going to get through this. You can do it. Because all we have to do is get through today. It's just a one day at a time assignment. All right, my dear. I love you. And I look forward to seeing you next time.